Hey, welcome back to a brand new video. And to start today's video, I just wanted to thank you guys for 100 subscribers. We passed it out of nowhere. And today I'm going to be guiding you guys through the best way you can earn reputation and gold for the Gold Hoarders emissary. So kicking things off, as always, the best thing you can do is of course raise an emissary flag. Which, if you're still new and don't really know what that means, essentially the gold hoarder here, when you hit level 15 in his company shop, will sell this item right here. And this allows you to come to this table to the right of him and vote for an emissary. And with the emissary, we can earn up to 2.5 times as much gold. And the more treasure you find and touch and put on your boat, the more that this circle here will fill up, all the way up to grade 5. As you can see, there's dashes in the bottom left corner. And there's a few best ways that you can get yourself to grade 5. And the first one, and honestly the one I recommend for new players because it also gets you a lot of supplies, is by diving to sea forts. Because if you don't know, I probably should have bought a crate, but that's okay. If you don't know, sea forts give a lot of food, and completing about 3 of them for any emissary should give you enough treasure to hit grade 3. And as we come out of the water here, it should put you towards the side that, as you can see, that glowing green at the bottom, that's right where the vault's going to be, so you can park yourself up right along there. Now, these sea forts aren't too hard. They should take you about 5 to 10 minutes depending on your skill level. And after you touch all the loot and put it on your boat, I know for the most part it should seem like you should go ahead and sell everything. However, this at the end of the day is actually a waste of time because most of the sea forts are so far away from outposts. The best use of your time is to actually just dive immediately, because yes, you are still trying to get a lot of golden rep, but in the end, when you're grade 5, much quicker, you're gonna be getting more rep than if you were to turn in after every sea fort. So once you finish the sea fort, go ahead and dive to the next one, all up until you hit grade 5. And that's the sea fort method. Most of these raid voyages, as you get down to the harder ones here, especially the Burning Blade and the Ghost Fleet, should hit you grade 5 just on doing those. However, they are higher skill. And how I personally enjoy doing gold hoarders and the way I found to be least stressful, I will show you. So first things first, you want to dive to the Wild Rose Talltale. And the Wild Rose Talltale will put you at Sanctuary Outpost. And Sanctuary Outpost is a nice area to do voyages because there's lots of ways you can see where the ships are, if there's anyone close to you. It's all around brighter and prettier in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and head over there because if you haven't seen already, I can't dive again for a little while. So I'll see you guys when I get there. And just quickly, although this next method isn't going to be the most fun, the reason I recommend doing it is because after you're grade 5, the level grinding is going to be a little bit boring, I will warn you. And that's just how it goes when you're grinding out emissaries and levels and rep. For the most part, the grinds are a little boring. So the reason I do this method is to get a little bit of discovery and adventure into my session before I start the grindy part. And honestly, I recommend you should too, so let's get into it. Now, once you've made it to Sanctuary Outpost, you're going to vote down a medley quest for gold hoarders. And what a medley has in it is a gold vault, a dig, and a riddle. The gold vault you can go ahead and stash because that's probably not going to get finished. In fact, it is a waste of your time to do it for the most part unless you get lucky and get the dig fragment on the very first one. But you're going to consistently do the digs and the riddle, and on your way around looking for those islands, if you see birds like this, a big group, which means there's a shipwreck, you're also going to go and stop at that shipwreck for treasure. And let's pretend like this was one of our islands. At every island after you do your quest there, you're gonna run the perimeter of the beach looking for bottle quests. Because bottle quests can give you digs for tons of king's chests, which give you A, lots of loot, and B, lots of repping gold. And doing this method, you never really know what you're going to find, what's going to happen. You could get Horns of Fair Wind, you can find captains. This is the best way, in my opinion, to have a fun session of getting grade 5. And it should only take you about 45 minutes. Maybe an hour depending on how far apart your islands are, but of course, every time you finish a riddle or whatever your last one of these two is, you're just going to cancel and vote up the next one. But let's pretend like you've hit grade 5. Now what you're going to do is you're going to head to your nearest outpost, whether it be Port Merrick or Sanctuary, and you're just going to sell everything. So I'll see you when we get to the outpost. So let's pretend like we've sold everything on our boat and we're grade 5. Now comes the grindy part. And what you're going to do is a certain voyage, which I recommend you like. And it's this voyage right here. This is an important one to have liked because it's quick to dive to new servers and do the digs, but it's also quick for what we're doing. And what we're going to be do is launching it as a dive to location, and we're looking at the map. And if it's just a normal island like this, we're gonna vote to cancel. What we're actually looking for is a dive that looks like this, because where this is going to put us is a skeleton encampment. So let's go ahead and dive to this voyage. Now it's important that you are doing this only when you're parked close to a big island and not on the ocean, because otherwise when you vote to dive, it'll immediately dive you and you don't get the chance to look at where it's diving you and cancel it. So it's important you're close to a big body of land, such as an outpost, so that you can cycle through them like I was. Now what's nice about diving to each of these is you're guaranteed to get an orb from every single one, and they are all relatively close to outposts. So what you're going to do is park up your boat at the shore and you're going to go down and complete the encampment. Which if you guys don't know how to do that, comment down below and I can definitely make a guide on it, on the easiest way to complete these. But after that, you'll find yourself with a $50,000 orb that looks relatively like this. And it's worth $50,000 as long as you're grade 5, and it gets you a good amount of rep, and you're just gonna sail it over to the closest outpost that you have, sell it with the 2 chests you dig up, because it's also a dig quest. And if you happen to pick up a bottle quest on the island, I recommend you do that too, as long as it's got digs. And then you're immediately gonna dive to your next location. And you're just gonna rinse and repeat the same step we did to get here until you're tired of doing it. And this is definitely the best way to maximize your gold and reputation outside of specialty weekends. Now obviously, Golden Glory or Double Rep or community weekends are the best time to do your grinds, as it's so much easier. I think on the guild week I gained almost 300 levels in the gold hoarders. So certainly keep an eye out for those, but in the meantime, this is a great method anybody can use. If you guys enjoyed this video or it helped you out at all, leave a subscribe down below. Thank you again for hitting 100 subscribers. It's just so awesome to see the channel grow. We'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.